You've seen our hands-on coverage for Homeworld 3, and we are obviously excited, but this takes things to a whole new level. I'm Ron Burke, Editor-in-Chief for Gamingtrend.com, and today we're going to unbox the Khar Kushan Mothership. That is to say, the Homeworld 3 Collector's Edition. Now, normally you see me kind of fast forward through the unboxing part to just get to the parts that are inside, but I think we're going to take things a little bit slower today. So, first we're going to grab the box, see if we can gently slide it out of this small cardboard piece here at the bottom. Easier said than done without tearing it. We're going to call this first jump point a success. Next, let's figure out where the next part of this puzzle leads. There we go. Looks like it's a kind of a magnet. I'm gonna pause for a second here and adjust that top camera because this is big. All right, now we've got the camera pulled out a little bit. We can start to see what's inside this collector's edition box. First, we have this, it's like a lithograph of the Khar Kushan Mothership coming through a gate with, looks like a complement of maybe some destroyers. Let's see. First, this card. At Gearbox, we live for the joy games can bring to players. But the game is historic and well remembered as Homeworld. We understood our responsibility fully. Authenticity to the original titles, riveting storytelling, iconic ships. It has been our privilege and pleasure to partner with BBI and return Homeworld to the hearts of its longtime fans and bring it to a new generation with Homeworld 3. The future is bright because you kept the flame lit. We carry the torch together. Enjoy Homeworld 3. Sincerely, the Gearbox Publishing team. And on the back of this, I will absolutely not show you, is my 1-year pass for Homeworld 3, including all the expansions and such that will come with the game. Also in the box, looks like we have a deck of cards. Let's get those open. Trying to do that gently. Half the puzzle is figuring out how to open these without doing damage to the box. I'm trying here. I'm really trying. But that is very tightly packed. All right. So it is, as expected, literally a deck of cards. So we have hearts here. Spades. I'm sorry, clubs, diamonds, spades. And then looks like the mothership and the banana ship is the jokers. That's awesome. So we'll set these aside. Nope, almost missed the Titan ship here, which is the Ace of Hearts. So we'll set these aside. Here we have a keychain. Now, I once commented to somebody, wow, I'm kind of letting my dork flag fly. I wonder if anybody will know what this means. And he remarked to me, the right people will. And that's kind of stuck with me. So absolutely let your dork flag fly. This is something you'll totally throw on your keychain or on your keys and show off your Homeworld pride. Set that aside. Underneath we have the instructions for the Khar Kushan, and also a quick note that the normal function of this product may be disturbed by strong electromagnetic interference. If so, simply reset the product to resume normal operations. That's right, if you get hit by an EMP, well, you might need to reset your ship. I mean, that's fair. All right, one desiccant, do not eat. This looks like it's the base. Wow, that's heavy. That is super heavy. All right, so there's the base for the ship itself. Set that aside. We have a small fleet of support ships. We'll get a closer look at these in just a moment. Homeworld is, if nothing else, about massive and diverse fleets. So it's cool that it's not just the mothership. We've also got a number of support ships to keep her flying. All right, so this is how the mothership's going to connect to the base, but it's also got your wiring for charging and for lighting it up. So we'll pull this out and then I will pause, get everything assembled, and then lit up. And that's another piece that will have to go into that base to support the mothership. All right, and now the piece de resistance, the banana ship, mothership, the Khar Kushan. Now, I missed out on the one for Homeworld 1 and 2. I did not want to miss out on this, so I am a Fig backer, and I am so glad I am. This is so cool, and I cannot wait to see it all lit up. So why don't we do exactly that? Now, it just wouldn't be Homeworld if you couldn't configure the mothership in two different orientations. Homeworld is very much about orientation in space. So this is just as valid as this, and the other way around. All of these ships can approach each other from effectively any angle in space. There is no up in space. So when you're talking about this torpedo frigate, or you're talking about this destroyer, or these recon ships, they can come at you from anywhere in a 360-degree sphere. And frankly, if you're not doing it that way, you're not playing Homeworld. So naturally, the Khar Kushan can be mounted both ways. It can be mounted up and down, and it can be mounted sideways. They have included a small platform that you can slide up onto this here, and you can place your frigates as if they were, that was a destroyer. You can place your frigates, since I'm using that example, as if they were coming up into the landing bay, or the docking bay that is on the bottom of the Khar Kushan. So we're going to mount this vertically to start. I'm not going to run the cables just because I don't quite know which way I want to leave this configured for myself. And I don't want to run cables more than once. So I'm going to kind of leave the cables hanging. But there are little recessed areas here that you can see where you'd be able to run the cable and keep it somewhat hidden. I'm just going to plug it into the side of my desk. If I can get it untangled. And I will plug it in over here for power. And then I'm just going to slot it into the base here. Sorry, I'm a little bit off camera. Let's fix that. Like so. Give that a good push to make sure it is stable. And you'll see on the bottom here there is a slot and a USB port. I lied. We're going to do it this way first, since that's the way I oriented it. It just slides onto that portion of the base. The USB part comes in like so. It is USB-C, so you don't have to worry about this being a particular direction. And then we are ready to light it up. Lighting it up is done right here, this little button here. If you've not played Homeworld, I don't know why you're watching this video, but as your mothership comes through the gate, it has this effect where it kind of opens a door in space, and that sound is your ship coming through that door. It is very cool to have that replicated here, and then we see all of the lights. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of flip it upside down. You can see, hopefully, there we go. Yep, you can see the lights underneath, as well as the bay is lit up. And we have some forward lights and some rear lights. I will also show this with the lights off so you can see it, what this will look like in the dark. But that is that orientation. So I'm gonna pause, kill the lights, and show the same thing in the dark. 1 second. All right, here we go with almost all the lights off. I'm gonna hit that same button. And you can see those same lights come on, as well as that forward port. You can see these rear ports a little more effectively. And then underneath we can see the bay and the other landing lights. So let's get this oriented vertically and do it again. Naturally, powering it off is opening the same gate. This time we're going to start off in the dark, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the light. But it is set vertically, so let's do it again. So we see those same lights again with the vertical orientation, but it's also the best way for me to show you the other cool thing that this is hiding. You remove the bay underneath. Look at that. The whole bay underneath is meant to dock ships, specifically these ones. So let's get the light back on and show you what I mean. From now on, I'm going to leave the lights a little bit dim so you can actually see everything all lit up. So we have this whole bay underneath, and this is the piece that I removed. It goes just like that. Now, this doesn't work for the vertical orientation. You're gonna leave these little guys on their stands, but we're gonna reverse this once again, and I'll show you another way that this can be used as a display piece using some of these other goodies that they've included with the collector's edition. Now, part of the magic of Homeworld is this constant pressure. It reminds me a lot of Battlestar Galactica, the new one, not the old one. What you carry with you out of a current mission is what you have for the next mission. Sure, you can always build more, but generally speaking, that's going to put you on your back foot for the entire mission if you don't fail it completely. So it's crucial that you get all of your ships back to the mothership, and that means getting them inside this bay. So, as such, another way to display this is to do exactly that. We're going to add this little landing platform here. We're going to put that back into the base. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my ships and I'm going to place it onto these pegs as if it was landing inside Khar Kushan. So I've got this destroyer. It's now ready to dock. And I'm going to set that here as if it was preparing to enter the mothership. We will slide this back on like this, And I'm gonna fire it back up, so excuse the noise again. It's too cool anyway, so we'll just listen to it another time. What you can see here, this light is shining down off of this blue surface, making it more reflective. So 1 second, we're gonna kill the lights again. You can see exactly what I mean. So any of these ships could have worked. I just happened to choose the destroyer. But you can see that this blue reflective light showcases that destroyer, and the small white pieces on it show up there. I'm hoping it's gonna show up on camera, but that light does shine down from the mothership down onto this blue surface here, showcasing this nicely. Now I promised we'd return to these cards. Why would they include a deck of cards with Homeworld? Well, remember that this is a military organization, and in the military, we want to train our troops to be able to spot various ships. If you're a sniper, these might be some of your targets, so you can readily identify them when you encounter them in the field. And that's exactly what these are. So these are inspired by a method that was used in World War II and is still in use today. All these ships are ships that you'll encounter while in the game. So just by the profile, I can see that the 8 of Hearts is an assault frigate, whereas the Ace of Clubs is the mothership. Recon ship, just like these little guys. Interceptors, bombers, mine-laying frigates, suppression frigates, torpedo frigates, assault, ion cannon, resource controllers, and so on and so forth. So not only is it a cool thing to include because, hello, banana ship, but also it does reflect a real life thing that we actually do in the military to help with identifying targets. For this last little bit, I am going to pull it up on my phone to make sure that I don't mess it up. I want to make sure that I have all of the digital goodies that will come with this collector's edition if you happen to pick one up. Included in the digital goodies, obviously you have the base game on Steam, and you have a year 1 pass. That's going to be a collection of content expanding the gameplay of both Homeworld 3's co-op, PvE roguelite mode, and competitive PvP. It also includes Homeworld 3's soundtrack by Paul Risquet, which I mentioned in my hands-on preview, is phenomenal. It absolutely matches the tone of the previous 2. Chef's kiss, amazing. It also includes ship decals, icons, banners, and multiplayer name colors. Those are useful, especially in the PvP and PvE modes, so you can differentiate your different ships. I did a whole piece on the cooperative and PvE modes. I highly encourage you check that out because it is completely unique to anything we've seen thus far. I think it's going to be a real hit of a mode. Thankfully, you don't have to wait very long to experience all of this for yourself. Homeworld 3 is coming to Steam on May 10th of 2024. No more delays. I can say that because I have it in my hands. I'm Ron Burke, editor-in-chief for Gamingtrend.com. I am way too excited about all of this. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments. Are you a Homeworld fan? I'm pretty sure you picked up that I am. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you again very soon.